everyone, so today I'm filming my everyday makeup routine for you. So here I am, barefaced, not really liking having no makeup on, but oh well. So first of all I'm going to take my hair out of my face by using this weird headband that I've had since I was about 7, but it does the job. First of all, before this video I applied my simple moisturiser just to keep my skin soft and make it ready for my foundation. The first thing I'm going to apply is the Benefit Professional Primer. I love this primer, as I've mentioned in my previous video. I believe it was a favourites video. I've only put a little bit on there and I'm just kind of rubbing it into my skin, not too harshly around the eyes, and just making sure that I'm priming my face ready for my foundation. Just going to put a little bit more on. I always think it's best to have a little bit less product and then you can always add to it rather than wasting it. Although I'm the total opposite with foundation, I tend to put a little bit too much on my hand, as you will see shortly. So I'm just finishing off rubbing the primer into the face, making sure that I get all areas of my skin. I'm just going to wipe that off with a face wipe to make sure my hands are clean, ready for my concealer. So the concealer I use is the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection, and this is in the shade Fair. I actually think this is probably a little bit too light for me, so I might get the darker one next time. So I'm just doing a triangular shape under my eyes, which I think highlights the under eye area, just brightens it. And then I'm also just covering any blemishes that I may have. My skin's not too bad at the moment, although I have a few spots. I'm just using my ring finger now just to blend in the concealer under my eyes, and then I'm also going to rub in any concealer what I've put on my blemishes just to hide those cheeky little blemishes ready for my foundation. Again, I just feel like this highlights the top of my face. Next step is my foundation. Now I'm going to use the Rimmel Match Perfection, I believe that's called. That's quite a dark foundation shade for me, but I also then go over it with the Beautifully Matte number 7 foundation, which I'm running out of sadly, and I just mix those two together and I feel like it's the perfect colour for my skin at this moment in time. So there I am with my concentrating face, just rubbing it into my skin. Any that I have on my hand then I just dab it around my face in random areas. I'm then going to take my beauty blender, which is dirty, but I use it to put makeup on, so that is why it's dirty. And then I use the dabbing technique to dab in all my foundation. I'm not entirely sure if it's true, but I feel like it works for me. The dabbing effect just kind of helps to smoothen out the skin, patting down any hairs, and I believe that this just kind of makes your foundation look a lot more flawless. I learnt this off, I think it was Stephanie Lang's video, so I could maybe link that video down below for you to check out how she does it. But I basically just dab it all over my face in small patting motions. And this, you can take as much time as you want over this, but I definitely feel like my foundation is a lot more flawless when I do this method, and I just love the beauty blender. I believe mine was from Wilko's and it was only a couple of pounds, so I know that Real Techniques do one and I may try that out, but I just think this works at the moment. I also remember to get one just on my jawline. I don't tend to take it down too far, but just on my jawline. But I have a lot of product on my hand. I've never ever used this much. I always have to like wipe it off, which is a bit annoying. So that's just me dabbing the makeup onto my face. It's my concentrating face. Okay, so next up now I'm going to wipe off any excess foundation on my hand, and then I'm going to set my foundation. Excuse the powder, it's pretty much nearly gone. It's the Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. going to use my Real Techniques brush, and again I'm using a dabbing motion to just pat on the powder rather than sort of brush it over. I just use a patting motion. Again, I just feel like this gives me a much more matte and flawless effect really for my foundation, and I enjoy using this technique. I think it looks a lot better. I absolutely love this Real Techniques brush as well. It's so good. My boyfriend's mum bought it for me for my birthday, and I just had to go out and buy even more Real Technique brushes. And I love this Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I think everybody is using it at the moment. It's brilliant, and it just helps your foundation stay matte all day. Give me a little smile for you there. Then next I'm going to put on some bronzer, and I tend to just put this all over my face. This is the Rimmel Natural Bronze, and this is in Sun Bronze number 22. I put this all over my face, again using the same brush. This is just to bring a little bit of warmth to my face. I'm not necessarily contouring or anything here at the moment. I'm just bringing a little bit more warmth to my face. I don't like to look too pale, and my number 7 Beautifully Matte Mousse makes me look quite pale. So again, I'm just putting it pretty much all over my face, not necessarily focusing on any particular area at the moment. Giving you another smile there, look. Try not to be too serious. Then next I'm going to go on to contouring. I'm going to use my Collection contour kit with my Real Techniques contour brush. I'm just going to suck in my cheekbones a little bit and just apply a little bit under the cheekbones. And then I also put some just on the top of my forehead by my temples, just where the sun would naturally kind of hit your face, and then down my nose. Crazy at the moment, so I'm then going to blend it in again with that Real Techniques brush that I cannot do without. I love that brush, it is so good. Again, the key to contouring, I feel, is just blend, blend, blend. You don't want to have any harsh lines or anything like that, because that doesn't look too natural. So just keep blending. I also like to put a little bit on my chin, and then I just kind of lightly go over it again. Again, you can do this as many times as you want. Then I use the highlight section, give the camera a smile, and just kind of highlight the top of my cheekbones. Don't use too much of this, especially not for sort of fall and fall, I'm not American, autumn or winter. Again, just blending it all in, just making sure it looks fairly natural. Don't want to look too cakey. Next thing I'm going to do is apply my chapstick, and I just put this on my lips after I've done any foundation, just to help smooth my lips, make them nice and soft, ready for my lipstick that I'll be applying nearer to the end. I just like to put it on at this time. I don't know why, it's a bit of a habit of mine, but it just means that they kind of soaks in before I can put on my lipstick. Next is my Maybelline Brow Drama. Now, as you'll see, I don't do a lot to my eyebrows. I'm not a professional at all. I would like to do a lot more. Probably need to watch a lot more tutorials to learn how to do it. But I just kind of brush it through my eyebrows, just make sure that they're looking nice and neat. Don't necessarily add much more shape to them or anything like that. Just make them a little bit darker and just kind of brush them through. And I'm happy with that anyway, so I feel like that looks okay. But if any of you have any tips on sort of, how to start shaping your eyebrows a little bit better, then sure, comment them down below or anything like that. I'd be really interested. I'd actually dropped my eyeliner on the floor, so I'm just picking that up. And it's a teeny tiny one. I've used it so much. This is the good old Miss Sporty Black Magic eyeliner. I love this. I don't hear a lot about this. Now this, I'm just applying on my waterline. And then I close my eyes a lot just to kind of get the top lash line as well. This is just how I've done it for years and years and years. It works for me. It could be wrong, I could be being too harsh on my eyes, I don't know. I like the look that it gives me after. I just feel quite weird watching myself do my makeup, trying to explain how I do it. Again, just doing the same with the other eye. If you're looking for an eyeliner that lasts on your waterline all day though, the Miss Sporty eyeliner in Black Magic, trust me, it's amazing. I think it's only a few pounds, I think it's like $3.99, but I have used it since I was probably about 13 and I love it. I've tried Rimmel, Maybelline, every eyeliner ever, and I just love that. Next is the Max Factor cream eyeshadow. I love this because you don't need to put on an eyeshadow primer. It's a really nice colour, and I just kind of rub it on with my finger. It's really nice and easy to apply, so if you're looking for sort of a nice easy eyeshadow look for every day, this is the one. And again, you don't need to use too much, so this product lasts ages. I said a couple of months ago in my favourites that it was my favourite, and I've been using it pretty much every day, and as you could probably tell by when I showed you the pot, there was hardly any gone. You do not need a lot at all. Just again wiping my fingers with my trusty old hand wipe. Going back over with my eyeliner, I like to go over onto the the corners of my eye, and then I kind of blend it out. Again, I just feel like it brings in the black on the top as well. Just going over my eyes again. I do like fairly dark eyes, as you can see. Just checking that my eyeshadow isn't creased there. Next thing I'm using is my Scandaleyes Rimmel Mascara in the shade Black. That's the wand. I really like kind of thick lashes, so I tend to go over in quite a few coats. I kind of start at the bottom and give it a little wiggle up to the top of my eyelashes, and again just going over it. A little tip as well, you probably already know, I just kind of do the top lashes first, and then I go back to the other eye that I started on and do the bottom lashes. I don't think I actually did that on this, but it is a little tip just so that you don't sort of get any wet mascara on your eyelashes. So yeah, if you like sort of a more natural eyelash look, then obviously you wouldn't need to apply so many coats. But I really like sort of a nice full volume on the eyelashes, so I just keep going over and over. Look at that concentrating face. Although I don't seem to open my mouth that much, which I'm quite impressed with. Oh, there it is, I opened my mouth. I'm not happy, so I'm just putting a little bit more on. Okay, next I'm going to take my Love at First blush. This is a Soap and Glory blusher, and it's brilliant colours. It's got sort of highlight colours, pink in it. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques blusher brush, swirl that around in there, give myself a smile, and I just kind of put that onto the cheekbones as you normally would a blusher. I just like this, it gives you a little bit of colour and also a bit of highlight. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques powder brush and just blend that in. I love this brush, I use it for everything. Next I'm going to take my number 7 lipstick in the colour Lovely. I tend to like quite natural lips, I don't go for really bold lips, I get quite scared. It's like a pinky colour. And again, this could probably be as dark or as light as you want. I'm not a big, bright colour, don't like big bright colours for sort of work or every day. I sort of tend to wear those on a night out. So I just kind of put a thin coat on my lips. The last thing is this Sexy Mother Pucker lip gloss. It's a pinky colour, I'm not too sure of the shade, and I just put that over the top to kind of make my lips look shiny. Take out that headband and just play with my hair a bit, and that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this look, guys. There's my eyes closed, and yeah, that's my everyday makeup routine. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye guys.